take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. Today we're on episode 7 of the series, and the last episode, well actually I'm just going to talk about what I did. As you can see, I did a few changes on the map, did a bit of exploration, and more countries expanding, alliances at war, and we're about to talk about that. As you can see, I did this Grammar of Africa, and let's just talk about it. So starting off with Ireland, they got this old Nigeria, a bit of Togo, Benin, and Ghana. They took this big chunk of Algeria, a little piece of Morocco. They took this little chunk of Libya and a bit of Sudan, and it's just, as for Norway, they got this little piece of land over here. This is over here in Angola. As for Galicia, they got South Africa and Madagascar, as well as this little piece of Ethiopia. As for China, they got Tanzania and the entrance to the Red Sea. Then Korea, we got Sudan. Egypt just kept their original borders. The red team took northern Morocco, and Rome took whatever was left of Libya and Tunisia and the northern parts of Algeria. And as for France, they just got this little piece of land. And as for the Dutch, they got just this big blob right here. Oh yeah, and as for Bangladesh, they got Ethiopia. But as you can see, there's two alliances. The triangles, the squares. The triangles being led by Galicia and the Dutch, and the squares being led by Valencia and Rome. Now, as you can see, the triangles are in red, and the squares are in blue, and that signifies that these two alliances are at war. Now, how did this war exactly start? Well, at like 1 a.m. at the morning, Galician trade ships returning with an anonymous nation. They were trying to get through the Gibraltar Gap, but as you can see, Valencia did not let them. But Galicia just killed the people, went through. They hid the bodies on this island. Now, of course, there's ships right here, so they ended up spotting them, but they weren't able to catch them in the act. And they just kept going, and they went through this gap. Here, they're here, and the anonymous nation with none other than these guys. Reason? They were trying to get wood. Now, is this World War I? No. This is something I like to call the Great Atlantic War. Now, when this war was signed and justified, the two alliances agreed that they would not fight in Africa, as they had just got these new colonies and there's like no troops here and just people, and they wouldn't do that. So they're just gonna fight over here in Europe. And enough yap, let's get into the fighting. You're going to immediately see Galician troops cross the border and start to invade into Valencia. And they're going to immediately invade Valencia. Here. We're going to see them quickly invade. I'm going to start to see them create a spearhead to try to capture this major city, and make another one to capture this major city. Over here, we're going to see over here, we're going to see them make a little invasion right here. And they're going to make a little spearhead down over here and capture this major city. Now, as you can see, they're surprisingly doing really well. That's really just for the reason France, the Dutch, and Poland. I don't know why it took me so long. So just send the volunteer troops in here, especially the Dutch, because they really want to win this war. But we are going to be seeing the red team doing their little invasion. As we're going to be seeing them move troops through the border. Now I am just going to turn off the alliance layer real quick. It's a little annoying. We are going to see them immediately capture this major city. And this other major city. The surrender of these troops. Oh, there we go. I don't know how that took so long. But now I'm taking a look away from Iberia. We're going to be moving over here. And we're actually surprisingly going to be seeing an invasion by France over here in Rome. So something like that. Now, of course, Norway is in this war on the side of Galicia and the Dutch, and they're going to start to invade. We see them start an invasion, immediately capturing this major city, moving over and capturing this other major city. We see the full on capitulation of the rest of Scotland. As for the blue team, they are just gonna stay out of the war. As for the Dutch, we are going to see them take this little piece right here. Okay. And yeah, that is what the invasions are going to look like for now. But now moving on to the Americas, we're going to be seeing a new country land over here. And we're going to be taking a look at that country in 3, 2, 1. So here is a new country. Now, you're probably wondering why isn't Hawaii discovered. It's really just because when they were going to discover the Americas, they just landed. They saw Hawaii, but a volcano was active, so they decided not to go there. But yeah, we do see these guys land over here in Baja California. And this guy's colony is pretty big. Oh yeah, I also did not address the colonies. They are not fighting him, and it's probably because of the same reason. There's literally no troops there. It's just how do you call it? Holy shit. Dang, how many freaking Discord notifications do I would get in 1 second, bro? I just want to, oh my god, I just want to talk about something, bro. When I talk about these two nations, all I'm just going to say that these two are going to be really important. Dude, I swear to God. this Russian nation, they're nothing. As for the Balkans, let's just say they were planning something with the Dutch. Norway, they're really strong. They're probably top 10. Brazil, they're probably top 20. Bangladesh, top 20. Korea, top 20. Top 20. Maybe top 10. Only because of the colonies. Now, I did actually update the power rankings. I did update them. And so, let's take a look. Number 1, Dutch. Number 2, Ireland. 3, Valencia. 4, Rome. 5, Galicia. Now, as you can see, the squares do have the upper hand, but the triangles do have the Dutch and Galicia. But yeah, I'm just gonna get to fighting. I'm just gonna fix this. Okay. So we're gonna be seeing the capturing of this major city. And we're gonna see them start to just roll through this country. Ireland was really not prepared to fight the strongest and probably 6th strongest country in the world. They were not prepared to do that. And as you can see, Ireland is practically encircled by enemies as well. You got France, Galicia, the Dutch on your border. You have a new government of the original English country on your border, and Norway right here. Like, bro, you were absolutely cooked. And I'm not gonna lie, Ireland was one of my favorite countries, but after this, I don't think so. I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but let's be free real. Ireland is not surviving this war, and they're gonna have to sustain themselves in Ireland. But now, we're gonna be taking a look at an event taking place in East Asia, and that is going to be none other than China, Tokyo, and Korea joining in the war on the side of the Triangle Alliance, and we're going to be seeing that in the next episode. If you did enjoy episode 7 of part 1 of the Great Atlantic War, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to 50-ish subscribers by maybe the start, mid-March or something. So yeah, thank you very much. I love this series. So yeah, I wanted to keep going. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. See y'all in the next one.